Okay, Hakel 2013. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. If not, I apologize for that. All right, let me show you an Infraworks model that I used about a week ago. This is the model that I created just to have a quick render of a parking layout for a client. Now, I want you to pay attention right here. So let me go into, as a matter of fact, conceptual view. So we have a more clear understanding of this intersection. I apologize for the aerial, but that's the one that came with Model Builder, and it's not really good. I already improved this to the maximum resolution that I can get with Infraworks. So what we're going to do is a couple of things. The first one, we're going to use a polygon, an enclosed polygon 2D, which is the method that you said you used, but it's not working. All right, and that's going to be for the center line of this road. The next step, we're going to bring lines, just basic 2D lines from AutoCAD into Infraworks. Okay. Now, for this purpose, I have already created the geometry in CAD. So I'm using Civil 3D, but shouldn't matter because we're using just basic tools, such as 2D polylines and polygons. So it doesn't matter if you do it in AutoCAD or if you do it in Civil 3D. Now I want you to pay attention to this. The center line is an actual rectangle. And if we go to the properties, you're going to see that this is a polyline. It has no elevation value and just an X and a Y values for the geometry. Okay. Let me click escape. What we're going to do is we're going to type map export. Hit enter. Then I created a folder called test under my desktop, and this is where we're going to save our shapefile. Let's call this one center marking. Click OK. Now this is a polygon, and I made sure that this is already closed. So because I know that my polygon is enclosed, I'm going to select polygon, and I'm going to manually select the element. I'm going to hit enter. Now the next step is under options tab, just make sure when you use enclosed polygons that you check the treat closed polylines as polygons. Okay. The next thing for you to check is just make sure that all of the objects selected are not being filtered out. Okay. Click OK. And then let's check our folder just to verify that the shapefile has been created. So as you can see, we have it. Now let's go back into Infraworks, and then we have two ways of doing it. Let's do it the long way. Let's go into our data sources, select shapefile for the type of file we want to bring. Let's go into our desktop, test, and select center marking, and click open. Double click on that shapefile so we can configure, select coverage areas, and here is two things that you need to do. The first one is just select the style. This is pavement marking, so what I usually do is I just select the color, click OK. The next step is I check, which is something I did before, and I should say that before to you, but that the coordinate system that I have in my Infraworks model is the same coordinate system that I have in my Civil 3D file. So the lines will come in the same place. All right. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Oh, one more thing. I'm sorry. Make sure that under the source tab, you have draping options as drape. Okay. Then you click close and refresh. And there you go. You have your pavement marking as a polygon. Now, let's do the same process, but just with lines and not polygons. Let's go back to Civil 3D. And as you can see, these are just basic 2D lines. It's a polyline, no elevation value, just an X and a Y. Okay? All of them. If I select all 8, you're going to see polyline 8 total, no elevation whatsoever, but the other values, they vary because they're different geometric elements. Okay? We're going to do the same process. We're going to type map export, hit enter. We're going to give it a name. In this case, let's say edge of pavement markings. Click OK. Now in this case, we are going to select lines. So select line, and manually, once again, I'm going to select all of the lines that I want to bring into Infraworks as pavement markings. I'm going to click enter. I'm going to make sure that all of my objects have been selected, none have been filtered out, and that's it. That's all you have to do. Just click OK. Let's go to our test folder just to make sure that the shapefile has been created. I can see here the edge of pavement markings. It is there. Now let's do it the quick way. Let's go back to Infraworks. Let me bring my Windows Explorer again. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag and drop into my model. I'm going to configure this the same way. I'm going to say this is a coverage area. I'm going to select the style. In this case, I'm going to tell them that I need these lines to be white. I'm going to click OK. Now here, again, check that the geolocation matches both programs. Infraworks and Civil 3D are in the same place. The next step within Source tab, make sure that you're draping those coverage areas into your model. And here you have to do one more step, because these are lines and coverage areas are enclosed elements. You need to go to the Table tab, and right here where it says Buffer, I am working in imperial units, which means I'm working in feet. So if I want these lines to be, let's say, a foot wide, I'm going to have to type here a value of 0.5. This buffer, what it does is it takes the line and offset this buffer value to the right and to the left of the line 0.5. So 0.5 plus 0.5 is going to give you a foot. Okay, and that's it. You just close and refresh, and then you have your pavement markings in here. Now if for some reason you need to make changes to these elements, let me move these out. Let's say, for example, that these internal lines need to be just a half a foot. When you select the line, you can go to your properties panel in here, and under geometry you're going to be able to see the buffer value that you typed before when you were configuring this data. So in this case, I want this to be 0.25, and then you can see that now it's just half of the value of the thickness we originally placed. I hope this helps. This is a very quick and dirty way of doing it. There are many other ways that you can use to bring pavement markings into your models in Infraworks. I hope this helps, man. Good luck.